Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. I want to welcome you back to my channel and thank you for joining me today. I had a question on how I put together the hip hop title, The Shaker from Cuddly Cute Designs. I had just made a card with it, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. I want to apologize for my voice. I'm having some health issues that they're trying to get kind of situated or worked out, I guess. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, so I'll have to just kind of work around that, I guess. I am uploading the file right now. I use the assembled file. This is the free file from Cuddly Cute Designs. I think I mentioned that. I cut mine at 3.5 inches high. Let the computer determine the width of it. So first of all, I'm going to ungroup it. I want to bring this blue piece over and I want to duplicate that. And I want to make one of them white because that's one of the pieces I'll be cutting to 12 times. Whatever color, the blue piece is going to be the top layer above the acetate. So you can choose to cut it out whatever color you want. I also cut out this bunny piece. I duplicated it because I'm using it for the acetate also. So I'm going to make that just a dark gray, just so I cut one of them different. So then this color I just cut lighter than the color, a contrast color, whatever you want to do to the top layer. Okay, so from here, I just go over to make it, and I'm automatically going to change my project copies to 12 right away. I'm just going to focus on the white color for my, instead of using craft foam, I'm using paper. So I used 120-pound 120-pound white cardstock. So I change this to 12, click apply. Sorry, when I'm recording my screen, it takes a little bit longer. Okay, I'm going to change my paper to 8.5 by 11 inch because that's the size of the paper I'm using. And then Design Space will automatically change it to cutting out 2 pages. And then once it cuts, then I come back and I hit cancel. I come up to change my project copies back down to 1, click apply, and then I finish cutting the rest of my colors here. So once I get my pieces cut, I will come back and share the video of how I put everything together, and I'll share with you a couple of other projects that I also. Okay everyone, thanks for sticking around. I've got my pieces cut. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I assemble them. I'm just trimming my acetate piece. You're going to have a bit of a glare, I apologize. Excuse me. But you'll have your background piece. I cut mine twice because this piece wasn't real heavy. And then you'll have the acetate piece that is the same as this bunny head, okay? And then you'll have your top layer. I've already put the carrot on, so that's together. At this point, I'm going to just go ahead and put my acetate piece down. So how I do that is I glue the back here. Just trying to make sure I'm in a frame so you can see. And I try to be careful that I don't get too much glue. And I'm just going around the outline of the rabbit ear here, okay? And then I like to lay my acetate piece down on my work surface. And I guess that's not going to work tonight. It had been working, but you know, nothing works when I want it to. Okay, so do pay attention to the way the ears are going. I'm working backwards here, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've got it. Okay, so I'm lining up and I'm making sure at the bottom it's all even. I like to take my bone folder and just glue everything down, and it just smushes that glue out a little bit also. And I like to do this piece and the next step first, just so I can allow some dry time. Before I do my next step though, I want to show you should have 12 of these white layers. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 glued together. I do 2 at a time, and I'll show you this last one how I do it, and then I glue them all together. So one of these sets I've already got 2 glued together. I'm going to put this bunny on the back. Okay, before I do that, to make it easier for myself, I'm just going to dust him a little bit with some I'm bumping the camera, some anti-static powder. I basically go the same way. I'm going on the back again and just putting my glue down here. Okay, and then again I'm going to put this, helps me if I use my tweezers, upside down, lining him up at the bottom and with the ears. And again, I use my bone folder, kind of smear everything and make sure it's smashed down good. I'm gonna set this aside to dry for a moment, and I will put these 2 pieces together. Just get my glue on there. I have to apologize. I'm trying to get back into videos. I even had to go back. I've had to redo and learn some things that I'll just say I forgot. We'll leave it at that. And then I had to, I'm working with a new program and stuff that didn't help. But yeah, I'm trying to get some more videos going. I'm so sorry. I have some projects, possibly one yet for Easter. I'll share some Easter baskets, but a couple that I made, but more it'll be probably working on some, excuse me, Mother's Day gifts. I have a couple ideas there. This, you want to make sure you get it lined up as best you can, and that's why it's easier for me to work at 2 at a time. Again, smash it down. And I don't use barely art glue or art glitter glue. I'm using Reptile glue. It's very similar in consistency to art glitter glue. It just gives more wiggle time, and I really like it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this piece for last, and this one, I'll glue my other ones first, just to give it some dry time. So I'm gonna glue these here. I was gonna do this off camera, and I just decided, no, I will just do it here now. Less editing in the long run, for one thing, right now. I've even had a struggle getting back into my crafting since I was sick in January. I just, yeah, it's coming back, but every time I have a little bit of a setback, it bounces right back. If I'm off camera a little bit or out of screen, I apologize. I'm just lining these up, gluing and lining these up. And then again, I hold them as tight as I, can down good. And I like to use my bone folder just to get them. You're never going to be exact, but get as close as you can. Excuse me. And yeah, if there are some projects or something you would like to see, I'm still working on the cards for Christmas and Thanksgiving that I'm helping a friend with. It's a project for the local nursing homes, and I've been working on those a lot. If you see a lot of Christmas and Thanksgiving, that's why. And then, yeah, in between I've been trying to do some other projects, but I just not having good luck. So hopefully that will change. But yes, if there's something you'd like to see, even if it's a card or whatnot, just let me know. Okay, we're gonna start putting this. You may choose not to use 12 layers. That might be a bit excessive. However, for me, I have found if I have a little bit more depth in my shaker, they work much better. And I like this, doing it with paper, because if you do mail it, it doesn't scrunch down in the mail so far. I tried cutting this with my Cricut. I don't have a maker, so I'm not able to cut foam. Also, I've seen a lot of people, instead of using, I was using 2 layers of craft foam. There was no way I was going to be able to cut just in pieces or craft foam to do this. Also, and I've just forgot what I was going to say. Leave it to me. I've seen people going to like the 3mm thick for shakers instead of like doing 2 layers. Well, I just ordered a bunch of 2mm for my cards and whatnot, so I didn't want to order more, so I'm doing it this way. Now, if you don't have like heavier cardstock like I'm using, you can use chipboard or like like cardboard or chipboard from packaging, like chips or something, or crackers. That also works. A lot of people will use that instead of foam for layering like cards and stuff too, just to give it dimension. Now, oops, this isn't quite, is it glued? I guess it is. Be very sure, I just about did this wrong. Be very sure when you do this, you put the blue, if you've already put that on, make sure that's the very bottom layer, okay? So, since that's the case, I'm gonna glue on the back side this time. I see it's a little bit off in spots. I'm not going for 100% perfection. If I was making it for someone else, I would, but with working with this much paper, it can be kind of difficult. So, and in the long run, it really doesn't show that much, to be honest. Okay. The reason I wanted to put the anti-static powder on there first is I didn't my first one, and I had to kind of go in and around and try and do that, and he had some issues. It was kind of hard to reach in there. I've also found that the shaker, the mix you put inside, doesn't stick near as much to the paper as it does to foam. So, okay, I want to get the back of my shaker here put in. I'm just kind of looking at it that it's, okay, good. Now what I do, I put this on here next. Easier for me to work on if it's all just automatically attached. Sorry, I don't have much to talk about. I did go back to my tutoring job, and not sure now where I'll be at with that. I'm planning on going back, but I don't know. Wait and see what goes on. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up because I can't see very well without standing up. I will show you in a moment the amount of dimension there is in this. I like to press it down. If you wish, certainly you can put a book or something heavy over it. You can even do that when you're done. See if you can see the amount of dimension, though. It's very thick. Again, you don't have to do it near that thick. That's just what I prefer. Now keep in mind, the only part you're going to fill is this part right here. I didn't fill mine very much the first time, so I'm going to try to put just a little bit more in. I'm using, excuse me, this is Bunny Trail from Buttons Galore and More. I add some of this in there. Oh, if I can get it open without, I have nightmares of this stuff going everywhere, so. Okay, I don't think I want quite that much, so I'm going to shake a little bit out. Okay, we're good. I will tape that bob back up in a moment. And then on mine, I add some chunky glitter. So I'm going to add pink and orange, and I'm doing bright green. Hopefully not a lot, but you know, sometimes it just does. I made a couple other projects from this. Today I couldn't sleep and I needed something just to take my mind off things, and so I will share those with you. One's not quite done, but I'll share it on my Facebook page when it's completely done. But if you think about it, you have the main file, you have a carrot file, you have a bunny head file. A lot you can do with this. So the other thing, okay, and I got that filled, I'm going to put glue on it. I happened to see this at by another designer, a comment that was made. She also does give free files. She designs free files, and she commented that she was seeing a lot of people downloading the files but not getting many thank yous. And I won't say 100%, but I try very hard when I get a file from a designer, whether, you know, if it's free especially, to leave a comment on their Facebook page and say thank you. And she had commented she wasn't seeing that, and she was thinking about stopping the files. You know, they go to a lot of work to do these. So if you do happen to take a file, it would be really nice if you do leave a comment on the designer's Facebook page as just a thank you. A lot of them you can share your work, you know, on the visitor page, or some have a special group. But it is very, excuse my reach, I think it's very appreciative, and it just a shout out for them. And that's just my 2 cents. I'm not telling you, you know, what to do, but I think it's a nice gesture. I'm trying to get the glue on, the lid on my glue. Okay. Now, I got a little bit of time here to work with my pieces, get them all where I want. So, there you have it. This one got a lot fuller, which is fine. I'm going to put a little bit of chalk on there quick before I forget. Oh, I lose my train of thought so easy lately. I'm sure I was going to say something else. If it comes to me, I'll let you know. And I'm sure I mentioned at the beginning of the file, but this is the free design from Cuddly Cute Designs right now. Okay, so that's done. The other thing is I did, and I'll just use I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. I'm just going to put this ribbon because this is not done yet. But it took the bunny file, and it took basically the back, that light blue piece that we would put on the back here in the bottom, and I made these bigger. I started at 2.5 and then 2, and then let's see, 2 1/4, 2, these are heights, and 1 3/4. And then I just used offset in Design Space and basically created my own layers again. I didn't put quite as many layers on, and did the same design, so to speak. And then I created my bows, put my shaker in. What I'm going to do is put these on a ribbon, not this color, but this is what I just had sitting here. And let's see if you can see it. I'm at a disadvantage. Let's see if I can move my camera just a bit. I apologize. As I said, I'll put it on my Facebook page, and I know there's going to be a terrible glare. I can't get past that, having to have the lights on. And then I cut a bow with my die. Oh, there it is. Bow with my die, and that's just going to go up at the top. And then I'm going to get a big cotton ball or something and put it at the bottom down here. Okay, so that's another project you can just hang on the door. So then I had, as you can tell, because I had to make a inside layer, I wouldn't recommend to use a 1/16 offset piece, because it's very hard to glue. I would use 1/8, but I don't know what I was dreaming about. But I have all these inside pieces for these, right? I thought, oh, maybe I'll just, I don't know, I was going to just glitter them or something, and I thought, gee, I don't know if I want to do that. So then what I did, the inside, so it'd be these, each inside of each of these layer pieces, I glued them all together, as you can see here. Got 3 different sizes, cut a top piece, put a magnet on the back, put my baker's twine and a little pom-pom. See if we can get these a little bit better in frame here. Anyway, I've got these 3 pieces as project 2. They're just refrigerator magnets. You could put any color on. I thought they were kind of cute, something to do with those. So those are my 3 projects, excuse me. If you have any questions on how I did any of this, please let me know. I will gladly do another video. Like I said, I hope to be back with some more videos. I'm just trying to get caught up and get some strength back. So thank you all for joining me. Have an awesome day. Take care.